Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our new baseball coach to Boise State, Gary Van Tol.
In November of 2017, Gary Van Tol was hired to head up the return of the Boise State baseball program after a 40-year hiatus. And by all accounts, Van Tol was the perfect man for the job, not only because he's a Boise guy, but he has a history of building winners, even when the odds might be stacked against him. It's a city where winning is not only a goal, it's an expectation. And for the newest kids on the block, they're ready to take their swings at being the next power program.
There's been conference champions just about in every sport at Boise State, and Bronco Nation, expects for us to compete for conference championships, and so I welcome that pressure and those expectations, and we take that very seriously.
Gary Van Tol, whose coaching career spans over 3 decades, coached 17 years at the college level before making the jump to manage in the minor leagues for the lovable losers, the Chicago Cubs, which gave him powerful perspective on how to build a winner.
Being a part of an organization that, there were a few years there we were losing 100 games a year, and when Theo came in, and that transition, and sitting in, the conference room with the entire player development and scouting department and listening to Theo talk about his vision, and he said, hey, something special is going to happen here. It's just going to take some time.
It took more than just time. It took leadership, commitment, and great players, all of which Gary Van Tol had a chance to play a vital role in shaping some of the future stars of the organization.
Chris Bryant, Schwarber, Baez, Elmora, Contreras. I mean, a lot of those guys I had the pleasure of working with, whether it was in spring training or their first stop in professional baseball in Boise and Eugene.
And in 2016, the rebuild was complete. The lovable losers, led by many of the very players shaped in part by Gary Van Tol, became celebrated champions.
It's a proud moment because all the work that everybody has put in, and really it comes down to the players, right? Giving them every opportunity to reach their full potential and be successful in that moment.
Overwhelming joy that was felt well beyond the clubhouse by a fan base that had waited over 100 years to experience.
When that final out's made and just the jubilation and the tears and the emotions from so many people, you're watching video of families at grave sites listening to the game on the radio, and
can't believe it, I can't believe it.
To see just the emotion of all those years, and just once in a lifetime opportunity. So I feel blessed to have experienced that and been a part of that.
It's the type of emotions that may very well be felt some 3 years later in Boise, when Van Tol delivers a college baseball team to this community after a 4-decade-long absence.
It's going to be a reflection moment, I think, because, I hear it's going to be a packed house, the energy and the interest, knowing Bronco Nation. They'll show up because it'll be an historic moment.
They got the right man running the program. It's going to be a tough battle. They've had a couple years to recruit, so I expect that they'll be better than everybody thinks this year. And eventually, as they've done in their other sports, be a power.
I'm going to take everything that I've learned over the course of my journey, and this isn't stuff that I've created, it's stuff that I've stolen from some unbelievable baseball people, and we're hoping to implement that into the Bronco way now, and we'll see what happens.
Boise State opens up the first baseball season in 40 years at the University of Texas on Friday, February 21st. Then 1 week later, on Friday, February 28th, The highly anticipated home opener will take place in Boise against the University of Northern Colorado. This feature has been brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union, the official credit union of the Mountain West. The Mountain West Network Studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.